Hello everybody, this is the music professor and you are in the classroom. Let's learn something. Music professor, music professor, music professor, music professor, music professor, music professor, music is my passion. Teaching is my passion. If you want to learn today, come to me and I'll show you the way. Okay, so in this video, we had one of the subscribers ask about doing "We're Blessed in the City" Fred Hammond song. This is the second Fred Hammond song on this channel. Fred, I gotta put a shout out to you so you can see these videos. So now, this particular song I played a little bit in the beginning, as you heard. This particular song, it uses what's called a voicing. So you have the option anytime you play a chord to a song, you have an option to play the root position or several other versions of the same kind of chord. For example, you got C major chord, right? C major chord, C E G. You can play C E G, or you can play E G C, or you can play G C E. Okay. Now these are called inversions. So the one with the this is something good to jot down. The chord, or the version of the chord where the name of the chord is at the bottom, is called the root position. The one where the name of the chord is at the top is first inversion. Okay, first. Then second inversion is always in the middle. Once again, root position, name of the chord is at the bottom. First inversion, the name of the chord is at the top. Second inversion, the name of the chord is in the middle. Okay? So now, in this particular song, is I believe it's in the key of E flat. So it's like, so I play a little bit. So now these chords, you can play them different ways. You don't have to play it this way, but the way they actually played it in the song is this way. So they actually use, I like to call them like fraction chords. If you see them on sheet music, maybe we can go through a little bit of that so you can actually see that so that you understand it a little bit better, okay? Now, I'm going to show you the other screen. It's going to show you the actual whole song, believe it or not. So this right here is the whole song, "We're Blessed in the City." They loop the track. But because the musicians are doing a lot of different instrumentation and manipulation of the chords, it makes the song sound bigger than what they're actually doing here. So let's go through these chords a little bit, okay? Now, you see here it says E flat, and I put second because I want to make sure you understand the inversion that we're using, okay? It typically wouldn't have this in the song as far as chord charts are concerned, but I put it in there for teaching purposes so you can see which one we're using, okay? Which voicing that we're actually using. Okay, let's play that first chord. Let's go there. So the first chord is the E flat, second inversion, remember, root position, first inversion, the name of the chord at the top, second inversion, the name of the chord in the middle, okay? Now, with that being said, you see it has like a fraction kind of set up here. You see it has the slash, and it has A flat. So it's E flat, second inversion, over A flat. Okay. Now, typically when you see the second thing that's after the line is typically going to be the left hand. And the left hand is going to be playing a single note instead of a chord. Right hand always plays a chord when you're looking at chord charts. The first one is always a chord. The second one is always going to be what? a single note. Okay. All right. So let's go back to the screen here. Okay. Now, in order to see that, let me play that for you. That's going to be the E flat second inversion over A. So find your chord with your left hand first, and then you play the single note with your right hand. Now, what this does, it does two things. Of course, it sounds good. That's one thing for sure. It sounds better than it would normally sound typically. In this case, I think you could do either one. As far as you see on my screen, it tells you it's A flat, major 7, sus2. It's just telling you what degrees or what scale degrees are actually being played at the moment. So, and this song is actually in the key of E flat. So we're not going to break the chord all the way down, but we're going to see. Right hand is going to be playing the E flat major chord in second inversion, and then left hand is playing that. So that's the first chord. Now let's look at the second chord. Okay, let's do this in slow motion. Let's follow this. I got a little bug in my house. It's great. Anyway, so the second chord that you see here, the comma separating each chord. You have a B flat over a G. Now, one thing to remember, if you only see B flat, it's not a B flat minor. Anytime you see just B flat, just a standard B flat by itself, it's always going to be a major chord, okay? Now, in the other video, let's do it in this video. We kind of went over a little bit in some of the other videos using the 4-3 method to find a major chord. So any chord that you want to find on the keyboard, in this particular case, the chord is going to be B flat major. So you find with your thumb, or typically your thumb, the name of the chord that you want to find. And from there, you don't count this note right here. You count the note after it. 4 half steps. A half step is moving from one note to the note directly next to it with no spaces in between. Okay, so you can check some of my other videos. I go through that, okay? So B flat is the chord we want. So 1, 2, 3, 4 half steps, and then you go from here. That note is solid. So from this note, after this note, is 1, 2, 3. So the chord is a B flat major chord. That's how you find any major chord across the piano. There's only 12 major chords, and you have all the other chords that are built upon those, okay? Major chords are the foundation of all chords. Major scales are the foundation to all scales, okay? Now, so the chord is B flat over G. So let's look at the screen so we can see it again. B flat over G, over G. See the slash G. So once again, the G means that it's after the slash, so that's your left hand, meaning that's a single note, okay? B flat major chord with your right hand root position. Left hand is playing the G. So play that together. Let's hit it 3 times, okay? So let's go back to the first chord. The first chord is E flat, second inversion, and A flat in your left hand. So the next chord is the B flat over G. Ba, ba. Now we got one more chord for the main part of the song, okay? The part that we always hear. Because you can do this part of the song and not do the other part, and the song will be decent, okay? But the fun only comes when you start doing the other stuff, okay? That's what everybody hears, and they remember. That's the complex side of Fred Hammond's music that I remember, that I love so much, because it pushes you to do stuff that you wouldn't normally do, okay? Now, so you have A flat over F, right? A flat over F. Let's go through this one a little bit faster. A flat major chord using the 4-3 method. I'll wait for you to do it a little bit. Go ahead. All right. You got the thumb on the name of the chord. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 half steps. 1, 2, 3. Now, the whole... that only works while you're practicing. When you're playing live, you don't want to do that, because it doesn't sound good. Because that's private stuff. So when you're playing a song, you just go into it. And if you want to do it, you have to still use the whole technique, the whole principle of the 4-3 method. You have to actually do it quiet. So you find 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. That's this chord. You see what I mean? So it's A flat over F. Okay, that's the third chord. So once again, it's 2, 3. Now they do that every now and then. It's a punch, but you can keep it regular. So now the biggest thing is to play these things with an actual metronome. I'm not going to do it in this video, but you want to download a metronome app. If you have a program that has metronome on it, that's fine. But practice with the metronome. Find the speed or the tempo of this song, and you play it to that. So it's like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and so it's 1 and 2 and 3 and it's 1 and 1 and 2 and 2 and 1. It does it 3 times, then it does something totally different. Okay, which is typically called a turnaround in music. It's a turnaround to go back, something to fill in the gap, the space between there, or you can hold it 1 time and the second one. You can hold it, there's a big space, and there's a whole bunch of stuff that happens there. But the thing is, we want to get all the filling. We want to bite down on the sandwich and taste all the different layers of meat and all the seasoning and all the flavor that you get through there. So we're gonna get all the flavor. So let's go back to the screen. Now, hey guys, if you like what you saw so far, let's make sure we watch the next video so we can see what's going on, so we can finish this song. It's a great song. Let's do it. Pay attention. Take notes, and make sure that you're ready for the next part of the video. See you guys on the next part or the next video. Take care. Bye. Hey guys, I'm glad you actually watched the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something new. Make sure you subscribe and hit that little bell, and make sure you can see when I actually upload a new video. Remember, this journey to playing the piano the way you want to play it takes time. So if you get frustrated, it's okay to get frustrated. Take a break, then come back. But understand, you can do this. And remember, at the end of the day, anything is musically possible. You just have to believe it. I believe in you. Allow me to show you the way, okay? I'm the music professor, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.